All right. Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the next episode on SAP Build Process Automation Training with me, Anubhav. In our last episode, we talked about the concept of integrating our CAP application with SAP Build Process Automation. We are slowly getting into a bit of technical stuff and more complex stuff in the journey of BPA training. Now, as part of the next step, we are going to learn the concept of pre-built content packages. So in today's episode, we will look at what is the pre-built content provided by SAP on the content store. What are the different content stores which are available? How do you explore the pre-built content packages provided by SAP? There was a question from many of you, Anubhav, what would be the ideal and the best practice to get started with SAP Build for any scenario in my company? So we'll look at that. Then we will talk about how to open the content package configuration guide, performing the bare minimum configuration required to connect most of the content packages and deploy them. So there are some configurations which you would always need as a consultant to be done in the BTP account so that most of your content packages can run out of the box. Then we will learn about quickly the bare minimum requirement for our scenario where we will also configure integration suite subscription, and we will also then activate all the relevant S4HANA API for our corresponding scenario. Then we will understand the available BAPIs which will be needed by the build content to activate them, and also deploying and configuring the standard application which comes with pre-built content. Understanding the process variant and activating the pre-built content steps. So this will be part one, as it's going to be a bigger video. We will be doing it in multiple sessions, probably one or two sessions to complete the entire scenario. So as you all know, it will be a scenario based training. So you will understand the end to end scenario and then we'll be able to craft it. Having said that, let's try and understand first of all, what is pre-built content package in SAP. So pre-built content in SAP is basically help you to quickly accelerate the business transformation. Suppose in my company, there is a requirement to build an automation and a build process. Now, I will always think about that, is there somebody in the world have already done the things which I am trying to do? If yes, perhaps I should reuse it. And that's where the pre-built content comes into picture. Why what this is one of the main USP, unique selling point of SAP Build Process Automation when it comes to pre-built content packages. So there are already 350 plus and counting more as in when I'm speaking, while I'm speaking. So these content packages caters to different kind of line of business needs, being it sales area, finance, procurement, HR, retail, utility, oil and gas, automotive, real estate, and more. These are inspired from the real time processes which often is being used in SAP ERP. So SAP is famous for their ERP software. Now, a lot of business processes are circulating across SAP like order to cash, procure to pay, hire to retire, and a lot of different processes would require bit of automation and approval process. Yes. So for all of these, keeping those things in mind, SAP have designed, as SAP partners have designed the pre-built content packages. If you like those content packages, then you can quickly import them, modify modify them and publish them back to build process automation to run your end-to-end processes. These automations and process extensions are designed for different kinds of SAP cloud and non-cloud solutions, be it S4HANA, ECC, SuccessFactor, Ariba, Fieldglass, and more. They support different businesses and line of businesses across different industry solutions, and there are also pre-built workflows, automations, decisions, and dashboards which are part of this content package. So when somebody asks you what comes inside a content package when you import, it all comes with your workflow, your business process, your automations, decisions, forms could be approval forms and normal forms, then also process visibility dashboards. so you can monitor your process. So everything is ready made. You bring it at home, you alter it, and then you deploy it, and then you start consuming it. The benefit here is the saving of time. Yes. So if you have to design a process end to end yourself, you have to build every single artifact yourself, like we saw in this training. But if somebody is already done and already providing you a best practice to implement a business process approval, then why shouldn't we reuse? Yeah. So that's where the concept of the pre-built content package comes into picture. It helps you to increase the power of your business application, and of course it makes it easy to integrate with your existing ERP solutions like S4 HANA. Now, where do you get this content? So like in the previous one of the previous episode, I explored about API hub. Yes, and APIs. So it's the same place which is called as SAP Business Accelerator Hub. It Accelerator Hub is a central website provided by SAP, where SAP provide all the API details, and now they are also providing us the pre-built content packages detail as well there. So to explore the pre-built content packages, there are mainly two places which are now combined to single place. One is SAP Store, which is called store.sap.com. Yes, where you can look at for paid content packages delivered by SAP partners and stakeholders. Let's say Accenture or IBM or EY or Deloitte, they create a content package and you can just pay money and use it. Option one. Option two, you can go to SAP Business Accelerator Hub, which is what I will show you today, where you can go and look at all the available content catalogs and the free as well as paid packages. And it will also tell you whether it's a template or is a, you know, it's a live process which can directly be deployed. So a template is something which is what always is preferable, because template means you get the skeleton imported, it brings you almost everything, you tweak it, modify it, update it, and then republish it. Yes, and then you start consuming it. So that is the most suitable way to speed up your implementation of a business process in a company. So this is a scenario based training, and we are, I always love to understand everything through scenarios, through case studies. So our next case study coming from one of the most successful businessmen in the world, which is Elon Musk. So as you all know, Elon Musk has made very a very good wealth in his own career, and he is owning one of the topmost industries in the world. And the first company he's owning is the Tesla, the electrical vehicle company, and the second one is the SpaceX, yeah, for reusable rockets. So what is his problem? His problem is he's owning a lot of assets in these companies, and some of these assets are being used across companies. So recently Tesla came up with the Cybertruck. So Tesla is owning a lot of Cybertrucks for their internal uses. And now what he want to do is he want to transfer some Cybertruck from Tesla organization to SpaceX organization. So he would want to transfer this Cybertrucks to SpaceX. So basically the Cybertruck is an asset for Elon Musk, right? So this is basically you want to transfer an asset, which is a Cybertruck. It could be computer, it could be building, it could be real estate, it could be some people. These are all assets of a company. So Cybertruck is one of the asset of Tesla, owned by Tesla. And what Elon Musk want to do now is to transfer some Cybertruck from Tesla to SpaceX. So eventually that will be owned by SpaceX, and SpaceX as an organization can use these cyber trucks actually. So that is the requirement what we have. And to fulfill this, we would want to design and develop a business process for Elon Musk. But the problem with Elon Musk is he is very, very adamant. He would want it to be done quickly. So now to fulfill his expectations, which are always very high, then we cannot take lot of time to build end-to-end process. So we would want to take a help from SAP Store to get a already available asset transfer pre-built content and utilize that to tweak it and then make it ready according to the organization, according to the desire. So that is the ultimate requirement what we have. So what we need is speed here. So to be able to achieve this, what we are going to do now, we're going to go straight ahead back to the SAP Build Process Automation cockpit, to our account, and then we will launch SAP Build as always. So let me re-log in quickly to my Build Process Automation account. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to explore the content first of all. Is there already a content provided by SAP? So what I will do in another session, I will open the hub.sap.com. Yeah, that's SAP Business Accelerator Hub. I go to the package and then I will search on this Accelerator Hub a a build process. So you can see here, you can search products, you can search process blueprints, and there are a lot of process blueprints you can see, like business process blueprints. Then you can also see here categories, and you can explore APIs, events, graphs. So this is where we explored our APIs. You can explore CDS views as well here. So everything can be explored here. And here what I will do is go to build domain. And this is where I can see all the available, you see, business processes. Superb. And you can see they are free. Yeah, superb. So customer can speed up their end-to-end business process development without actually putting too much of effort. So what as a customer I can do, I can explore. So I want to transfer assets. So asset transfer. Is there any build process for that? You see, fixed asset transfer approval. Fixed asset transfer approval. There are a lot of them are there. So enable customer to accelerate the digitization of fixed asset transfer approval process in a transparent way. Asset transfer approval for intra-company and inter-company. It's deprecated. So the one which I am more interested is the first one. Yeah, the business process. I can go inside. I can look more information and overview about this. What will be the approval process? How does it go through? So it is intra-company fixed asset transfer, like between SpaceX and Tesla, or intercompany within the company. Let's say there's a finance department, there is a procurement department. I can also do, let's say there's a laptop which I want to hand over from HR to finance within the organization. So that is intra company. So intercompany and intra company we can look at. Then approval process goes like this: level 1 approval. So sender cost center owner. So cost center one, this is the sender who will be sending the asset. So a manager sitting in Tesla. Then sender company code finance manager. So within Tesla, there's a finance manager who is the second level approver who would approve it. Then there is a level 3 approver, receiver cost center owner, and receiver company code finance manager. So there is 4 level of approval which is configured in this business process template which we are going to import. They tell you more about the package, what it provides. It also integrates well with S4 HANA. So Tesla is using S4 HANA, so it can communicate the information back to S4 HANA system. To be able to do that, it uses the S4 HANA uh, integration through the destination which we create. So it gives you a small BTP based architecture diagram. So this entire package, when we unpack it, it will include UIs, it will include process. If needed, it has automation, forms. Then it will have determination of approval processes, approvers. All this kind of decision making power and everything will be inculcated in that. You can look at the artifacts. So it has in total 12 artifacts, I believe, and it includes, some UI. You see start UI module, which is a tar file which you can tweak. It's a UI code. Then approval dashboard is there, which is a process visibility scenario. It has a decision, like we did decision in one of our unit. It includes business processes. There are two processes: cost center owner approval and finance manager approval. Then it has some data types, some forms, and further decisions. So all of that is part of this package. Once I import, I'm going to get it. And of course, there are so many of them like this, but as a SAP build process automation expert, how are you going to implement these scenarios? How would you know what are the things technically required? What are the configuration required? So for that, SAP provide documents. And here is where the configuration guide, which you can download in your computer free of cost as part of a PDF document. And then you can open this configuration guide to understand the end-to-end process of configuring this build business process in your company. Superb. So it explains you everything here, including the architecture diagram. So if I just come down, you see this is the broad architecture diagram where we can start the process from mobile or desktop, and then there will be a UI5 application. There will be SAP Build Work Zone where you have Task Center, the Mindbox application, and process visibility. And then ultimately there is a process which also inspired from the decisions to send work items to the approvers, and there's a visibility dashboard. And then of course there's an action which would then lead to talking to destination, and destination connects to the S4 HANA system to also transfer and exchange of information with our ERP system. So it explains the process, functional requirement, what it caters to, yeah, what are the different activities required, prerequisite. You need to have a BTP account, a valid S4 HANA system with the user, yes, and then template required, SAP Build Process Automation, integration with S4 HANA Fixed Asset Transfer Processor run. Download this package, separated all this information it is telling. Then it starts with configuration guide where it will guide you about all the setup process end to end. So we will be following all of that in a minute to do that. So, but before that, it's time to import this package in our SAP Build Process Automation. So you can't import it here, you can just explore it here. So this is more of a documentation, more of an information hub where you can look at the available things which are provided by SAP free of cost. But ultimately to use it, you are going to go back to SAP Build Process Automation, go to Store, and then you have to look at that content. So you can search asset transfer, search it, and we should be able to get it. Fixed asset transfer approval, ready to use. Yeah, fixed asset transfer approval. It's a template. So we will be using a template because we want to configure, we want to modify according to Elon Musk's need. So we are going to click on create from template. Click on that, and I'll say Anubhav trainings, or I can say Tesla fixed asset transfer approval process. So this process is designed by Anubhav trainings to configure fixed asset transfer between Tesla and SpaceX. Yeah. Click on create, and then it will generate all the, it will import, it will download all the content to your SAP Build Process Automation lobby. Now, one important thing to pay attention, my friends, that it will not be possible to delete the content after importing it. So just be little careful over there on that aspect. Yeah. So now I will go to the lobby, and over here you can see it in a minute you're going to get all the content imported. So that is how you will start with the importing of the content. So this is what will be the general process. So now I go back to lobby again, and Valhalla, there you go. We got the Tesla fixed asset transfer approval process. I click on that. It will open my process builder cockpit where I would be able to look at all the aspects here. Yeah. So let's see that in action. In just few minutes, I'm going to see all the required components over here. So let it load, and we're going to see everything here actually. So it's just booting up. I click on accept, and there you go. You can see it has got your everything. It has got UI modules which you can tweak it, which we will also learn soon. And it has got the business process, yeah, different processes. It has got template. It has got decisions. Everything it has got you for you.